move this over. Alright, go right here. Shrink it a little bit. Alright. Push play. Move that down here a little bit. Alright. So this is my Hatchhyack Gogeta Prismatic burn deck. So it's the red Hatchhyack build. New one. I just shared the deck profile. So I put away 2 of the 4-star balls and 1 of the Kid Goku Ventures because I only really need 1. And I got a really good hand. Forgot to put the timer. You will see the timer close to the end of the game, but I forgot to put up the timer when I started playing this. Obviously, it's a 30-minute game. This video should be a little over 15 minutes because I sped up the video, obviously. So this is a sped up 30-minute game. That you don't have to watch a full 30-minute video unless I talk for 30 minutes. As you can see, my Master Ultra Instinct is kicking in real nice. My hair is getting whiter and whiter every day. Got my full mission accomplished up in here. That's food. As you can see, going in the aggro with the skilluses. So, opponent went first, I went second, so I'm going in. Turn 1, trying to get at least 2 damage through. So of course there's Vegeta, double Gogeta. It's already dealt my opponent 1 damage. You see he has his STR in his hand, in his life. Which reminds me, he will have that later. Later in the game, so that actually does matter. Because it's free 30k if I'm right. For some reason I don't know why the card was face down, so I had to correct it. But as you can see, I dealt 2 damage so far on turn 1, so my opponent's already down to 6. I'm currently at 8. You know how it is, the first 4 damage the easiest. I was double checking his 8 drop, because obviously if he ever plays it, I want to be a little prepared for it. And I have Toa Dimensional Leaper in my hand, so it'll probably be a good card to use against it. So, try to plan ahead of time. Because technically she's in the deck for that type of purpose, for the possibility. So he's attacking with 1 of his battle cards after he attacked with his leader. I stopped his leader, swing with combo with Vegeta. So you see the use for the skillus. It's obviously to help me out-combo the leader swing. That way my opponent doesn't get a free damage off of a weak attack, right? Which is this leader swing. For a while I kept thinking that his unison could attack, he just chose not to or something. But then I realized, oh no, he can't attack. It's a tree, obviously he can't attack technically, right? Also, didn't know it was a unison at first. That's the other thing. I didn't notice it was unison. I thought it was a field card at first. I didn't notice he was giving it numbers, but I thought it was maybe it's just a counter, or just a way of keeping track of, whatever effect it had. But then I realized it's a unison. Because that's how he was able to get out that Vegeta for 1 energy, because he had a unison. So as you can see, flipping life. Alright, so now it's turn 2. I don't want to give up my unisons. So, I actually did give up a unison. Well, that's what it was. I don't want to give up my uses, but I did end up giving it, charging his energy. Because I know at turn 3 I do charge the other negate in my hand in order to play my Shenron. But I do end up with another Jiren, which is why I thought that I didn't charge the Jiren. But I ended up, of course, I go 20k with a skilless. Right? The idea is to make sure he takes that hit, which he does. right? That's the whole goal. So you'll see I'm just 1 damage away from getting him down to 4. Obviously the goal is to get him down to 1, burn him for game, or since we're using 30-minute time thing, obviously at least get him down to at least 1 life less than me. So right now I'm at 7 life. I'm already 3 life 3 life higher than him. No, 2 life higher than him, what I'm saying. 2 life higher than him. I have a Vegeta. I don't have a Goku yet, so I grabbed the Vegeta back with the power burst. As you can see, I use energy for the power burst, so I don't lose life. I'm trying to keep my life up. So I try to use power burst without the sparking effect, obviously, more often than not. And I kind of use it kind of like a floodgate, so to speak, because of the fact that I can use it to grab like a Vegeta and then use the Vegeta out combo and attack, so essentially I can stop 2 attacks. Since we don't have the barrier blocker, not barrier blocker, the blocker negate in this, in the deck, because we can't make the token, so we can't use it. We can use the card, we just don't get the token, so we can't potentially stop 2 attacks. So I use power burst in a way that it essentially can stop 2 attacks. That's what I'm trying to say. So I did see they get another Jiren, but didn't want to give up the unisons. I wanted to keep the Jiren. I was like, oh, that would definitely be useful late game. So right now we're in mid game, turn 3. So Jiren will be good defensively, but I wanted to clear his board, and I wanted to set up my unison for using it for. Granted, technically I should have gone Jiren, right? Not really cared too much about his battle cards, and just went the Jiren route because of the whole double strike thing. And potentially get him down to 2 life on turn 3, right? Which is always good and typical, right? But then, and then later on turn 4, after I swung with Jiren, obviously replace Jiren with the unison. And then use the unisons -2 to look at my opponent's hand, take something off, but mainly is to look at their hand to see if I can guarantee they can't stop my Gogeta play. And of course, the idea is to get them down to 1 life and finish them off with Prismatic Burst Gogeta. But of course, I gotta get Goku, which I haven't gotten yet. The Goku in this deck is the making an entrance, so the negate. So I'm waiting for the 1-drop negate to pop up somewhere. It's probably in my life, it's probably in my deck. He shook my Vegeta. I was a little confused about what was going on here. It's like, okay, you want to rest something. It's pointless to rest the unison because the unison's already rested because I attacked. And I'm looking at that card, I'm like, okay, you're trying to use the battle ability and you're trying to rest, and I'm already 25, so I'm just waiting for him to out combo. So it's like, okay, so I guess you want to rest my Goku, so that's why I rested the 1-drop Goku. I'm like, alright, you're probably planning to kill it or something, which wouldn't be a bad idea, right? Because it'll prevent me from having basically infinite combo. You want me to my hand to get smaller by having to combo actual cards. Using the 4-star ball over and over again defensively is something you want to stop me from doing. But as you can see, he just went straight for my leader when he should have went for the for my 1-drop while he had the chance to at least try to get rid of it, just in case I don't have something like a power burst or something like that. So you see he's at 4 life. He's currently on his turn 4. I'm at 7, still at 7. Waiting for something to happen. Oh yeah, I think this is when we were talking about him doing the 35k double strike there. I was a little confused, and he played something, because at first I thought he was playing a card, right? That is an active battle skill, so he's able to use that for his active battle. But of course, when he played a yellow card with yellow energy and then try to play this. Now we were going back and forth trying to figure out like what is it doing exactly. Like how is this combination going together? I get that he gets to discard it in order to activate the ability. So technically, he doesn't have to pay. We were just debating, like a little confused of like, is it making it where you don't have to pay the cost, like green, but you still have to meet the requirements of the card, or is it you don't have to meet the requirements of the card, still don't have to pay, right? It was a little murky. It was just like, okay, it's both, right? I'm assuming it's both. Are like, you know what, for now it's not that big of a deal. I'll accept the situation where it's essentially you're getting this for free, and you're gonna get this 20k boost and double strike. So that's why it's 35k double strike, and I'm not gonna try to out combo it. I'll just take the hit. Because even if suddenly after this attack goes through, let's say hypothetically time ran out, time was called, I would still, let's try to speed this up a little bit. I'm surprised that this part was a little bit longer. So I take the hit. Yeah, look it up later and take it. Alright, so I take the hit. So I'm at 5. So even if time got called right now, I have 5. My opponent has 4. I will win in that situation. Looking at his card, that lead, Unison, seeing what it does, because I haven't really been looking at it like that. I just highlighted so y'all can read the cards, but I barely was looking at what my opponent does. I'm like, I don't even know what the Unison does. Ironically, yeah, the Unison's main job is to let you combo from your energy, or no, replace. If you do combo from your energy, replace the card or something like that, and let you search out the fruit of the Tree of Might to essentially play it the way he played it. But I'm not too sure it worked that way. But I'm not gonna complain. It is interesting. I mean, if it works the way he played it, then that's awesome, right? Very powerful. I like it. But right now I'm trying to focus. So he's at 3 life, I'm at 5, so the time got called right now. Bang, I win, right? Because you see he took his own life from his own effect. So he ends his turn, my turn. Again, like I said, right now we're in a situation that if time gets called, that will be putting me in a good position. Now I was debating like what to charge. It's like I didn't want to give up combo power. I didn't want to let him know that I had the Gogeta in my hand. It's always important not to show your wing con by charging a copy of it. So I was like, all right, I charged the 4-star ball because I could always grab another one from the deck or drop. I went to the deck instead because I'm trying to thin out my deck on purpose. I'm keeping track of the fact that he has less cards than me. And then I use my Unison's ability, right? So I'm -2. So now I get rid of Man on a Mission. Would love to get rid of that Gohan and his father card, SCR, right? But it's like, all right, take down the Man on a Mission. Can't let my opponent have double strike, especially double strike crit, right? So I got rid of that, and now I know what's in his hand. I know he has a lot of extra cards in his hand, so he doesn't have that much combo power. So I swing, trying to at least get him down to 2. You see it now, I put the timer up, so I'm like, okay, here's the timer, and we have right now less than 2 minutes left less than 2 minutes left in the game, right, in the 30-minute match. So I'm here trying to get some attack to go through. So 30k, single strike going through. He takes the hit, which is good because that puts him down to 2 while I'm at 3. So if time runs out, which is the whole deal, if time's running out, obviously I'm going to attack, I'm going to combo, I'm going to try to do some stuff to kind of force him to combo out some more cards in his hand. Just trying to, obviously make time go, my turn take longer, right? Because that's the thing about time, right? And right now, since he's at 2, I'm at 3, all I have to do is just make some plays, do some stuff to cause time to keep on ticking, just like activate my leader effect, right? Activate my unison, stuff like that, was causing time to run out, right? I still have 3 energy, so I still have plays to make even after he attacks, and he was taking a little while to attack. As you can see, I stopped because we finally hit 30 minutes. Let's see, oops, all right, finally hit 30 minutes. Let's see, there you go. So you see it's like time running out, it's about to hit 30 minutes. Let's see, see, it got to like 30:02 when I pushed the stop button. So this 2 seconds after time is called, right? As you can see, he's at 2 life because he has the 2 cards face up, and then you see I'm at 3 life, so I will win right there. But the fact he has 5 cards in his hands, and we saw his hand, we know he has the 30k combo power in his hand. In my hand, I got 15. Yeah, I got 15 combo power in my hand. Yeah, so far I have 15 combo power in my hand so far. Because I could play my Jiren, which will be a good defensive play in case I don't end them out this turn. At least I could try using them to defend my opponent on the clapback. Of course, if let's say somebody was like, oh, you're taking a little too long, a little bit slow play, so to speak, I could just keep the energy up so I can do Oceanus and go that route and try to stall and try to at least keep try to keep my life up at 3, obviously, so that way if time runs out on his turn, then time runs out on his turn. But as you can see, time did run out on my turn. I was going to be like, oh, let me quickly drop the Jiren and swing and stuff and try to force out another attack. But let's say there was still time left, and that would have been the play to do, would be play that, swing, and try to force out the combo step, right? Try to force him to try to out combo the attack. Obviously he has 30k SCR in his hand, so he has the Gohan and Piccolo SCR. If I'm right, he could just play it for free, so he can definitely out combo my attack in that regards, right? Because the best I could do is get to Jiren, get him up to 35, and just with the SCR he can get the leader up to 45. So he's definitely he's definitely 10k stronger than my attack in that situation. So it's just a matter of like what I want to do in that. But like I said, with time, the main goal was to make sure that I got him down to 2, which I already did. Even without Goku, the 1-drop attacking, I got him down to 2. But in order for time to run out, with me having more life than him, obviously I had to make the plays. So like I said, just making plays, and to get the time to burn out. So I won in time. But that SCR does make a difference. See, without the SCR, I will win mainly through attacks, because we know he has at least 2 to 3 of his extra cards in his hand, and he had his 8-drop in his hand, so that means 10k combo power, but he needs energy for it, so he couldn't use it. So I'll say 2 cards, the SDR and 1 other card, probably is a battle card he could combo or probably couldn't. So 30k, the 30k super SCR is the only thing he had, which ironically would be enough to out combo my attack, ironically. But if for some reason he didn't use it to out combo my attack, which would be weird not to when he could, obviously. But let's say he didn't, then my attack will go through and I will win. But it's the fact that we know he has it and he could do it. Like I said, he can get himself up to 45, so I would have to 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I only got 15k in my hand because my Gogeta's 10 drops cost 1 energy for the 10k. So And I already used my leaders awaken, I believe, right? I'm on turn 4. 1, 2, 3. No, I think I didn't use my leader effect yet. So I could potentially draw a card. Obviously, it wouldn't be a super combo, so that's dead of an idea. So that would be a super combo. So he still would be able to out combo, essentially. But anything is possible. It just depends. But here's the thing: is the fact that we know Oceanus would be the best play, because of the fact that obviously my goal would be to play my Gogeta next turn and burn my opponent for one damage. Plus he's quadruple strike, right? So I could take advantage of that. And if my Unison's still in play, I can do its minus. Well, yeah, because if I do Oceanus play, my Unison will still be in play, and I can do its -2 ability to rip another card out of his hand. Won't be nothing awesome that I rip out, but something I could do. It just depends on the situation. Depends what's in my life. Obviously, all that doesn't matter. That's all hindsight, right? The main thing is we got to 30 minutes, and my opponent's at 2 and I'm at 3. So that's how that played out, and that's the end of the video.